When you think of Canva, you think designing graphics, creating thumbnails, maybe even creating image-based ads. But Canva is also a very capable video editor. And like all the tools in Canva, the video editor, it's super simple to use. But as easy as it is to use, there's also a lot of advanced features too to really polish your video, make it look totally professional. And like everything in Canva, it's all drag and drop. Nothing too complicated. So in this video, I'm going to show you everything you need to know to edit your videos using Canva. And what makes this really great is the Canva video editor. It isn't just limited to your computer. If you've got a smartphone, the process for editing your videos, well, it's pretty much the same. But likely, the best of all, everything I'm going to show you can be done in the free version of Canva. So it's not going to cost you a penny to create really professional videos without complexity. And as a gift, my gift to you for watching this video, I've created a very detailed free ebook that shows you how to create professional looking video on a budget. This is how I do it. I'll put a link below. Let's get to it. Now I've created a free account and I'm here at the Canva home screen. Now here, there's lots of pre-built video templates we could choose from if we liked, but we're going to start from scratch and I'm going to select this one here, which is a blank canvas. Now as I mouse over, down here it tells me the resolution is 1920 by 1080, which is HD, and that's going to be ideal for video on the web, so I'll select that. Now we get this simple looking interface, and on the left we've got some really nice pre-built templates we could use if we wanted to. If I go further over here on the left hand side, you can see these buttons. From here we can access various elements. We've got stock photos, we've got pre-built text, we've got video footage. Now, if you don't see some of these options, just come down here to these three little dots, click, and then from here you can select other elements. In fact, while I'm in here, I think I'll also add the audio. There we go. Then here in the middle, this is where your video is going to appear. Think of this like the preview window. And if we come down here underneath, this here is the timeline. This is where we're going to be editing our video. And then up here at the top, this is the menu. And this changes depending on what we're doing in our video. And I'll be showing you how to use all these as we go through editing our video. But first, so we can get started, we're going to need some footage to edit. So to upload, I'll come over here to uploads. We'll select that. Then we want upload media. Then I'll just navigate to the file on my local machine. Click open. And there we go. That's uploaded. And any files you upload, any videos you upload, this is where they'll be kept. They'll be stored here under videos. If you upload images, they'll be under images. Any audio, that would be under audio. So we've got our footage here, and I'm just going to drag it into the main window, but I just want to show you something. If I drag it into the middle of the window and then let go, it doesn't come in at full size. What you've got to do is grab these little corner handles, and then you can just adjust the video so it fits the full canvas, like that. Now just delete that, and I just want to show you something else. Instead of dragging it into the middle of the window, if we drag the video in towards the top corner and then let go, Canva then brings that in at full size, so you don't have to mess around with the handles at the corners. That's perfect. I'll just stop that. Now I'll just delete that, and I want to show you a third way that you can actually bring your footage into Canva. If I select the video clip again, but this time instead of dragging it to the canvas, what I'm going to do, I'm going to drag it down to the timeline and let go. And again, that's another way to bring your footage into Canva ready to be edited. Now when we've got the clip in the timeline, we can hit the play button to preview the video. Or if we want, we could grab this little playhead and then just quickly scrub through the timeline. Now down here, I want to show you something. Down here, this little icon here, at the minute if I move this zoom slider, you can see it zooms into the video. But if I click it, what it does now, it now zooms in and out of the timeline. And the reason why this is so important is when we're editing or when we're scrubbing through the timeline, we can zoom right in, and then we can have a lot of control over the video. We can almost skip through it frame by frame. It makes editing so much easier. It gives us a lot of control. Right, so let's start to edit our video and remove the mistakes and all the parts that we don't want to keep. Now we've got the clip in the timeline, now we can edit it. We can click play to preview the video. I'll hit play, and right away I can see here at the beginning there's a pause before I start to talk, so we're going to want to trim that out. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to drag the playhead and I'm going to find roughly where I start to talk, which is round about there at 6 seconds. Now, there's a couple of ways we could trim this video. I could come to the beginning of the clip and then just drag that like to there, like that. And now when I play it, there we go. And I'll just undo that and I'll just show you the other way you can do it. So we'll come back to the beginning. Again, we'll come to where I start talking, which is round about 6 seconds. I'm going to right click. I'm going to click split. And then I'm going to highlight that video. And then I'm just going to hit delete. Now, when you're editing and you're scrubbing through your timeline and you're making your edits, you don't have to keep coming back here to hit the play button to review the changes that you've made. What you can do, if you just hit the space bar, the video starts to play. Hit the space bar again, and then you can stop the video. When I'm editing, I'm constantly scrubbing through the timeline and then using the space bar to preview any changes that I've made. It really saves you a lot of time. I've already gone through this video to find areas that need editing. Up here, round at about 17, in fact, just let me make that a little smaller so we can move a little faster. Up in here at about 16.7 seconds, I think it was. There we go. There's a space where I stop talking. I'll just preview that. There we go. So I need to edit that out. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to click split, and I need to find the section where I start to talk again. So I'll just scroll forward. I think it's about there. Back a fraction. There. So I'll split it again. I'll highlight the clip and hit delete. I'll just preview that. There we go. Sometimes when you edit, no matter how hard you try, you get a jump. The cut, it's just not smooth. Now, there's a couple of ways that you could hide this. You could, depending on your video, you could add, say, some B-roll footage to hide it. And we'll be talking about B-roll in a minute. But the other way, and this actually looks really cool, is to punch in, like this. Looks like you're using 2 cameras. Let's say we've edited our video and we've got a bad cut, and I've deliberately created one up here. If I just come up to here and play it, you'll see exactly what I mean. You see the jump? Now what we can do, we can actually hide this by zooming in. Now, one thing to bear in mind here to make this successful, to make it look realistic, when we do what we're going to do, we've got to make the eyes stay in the same place. You'll see what I mean in a minute. So I'm just going to move along to give ourselves a little bit more footage to work with. I'm going to split the clip. I'm going to highlight the clip. Now, I'm going to try to going to double click the video to select it. Now, it's important that we keep the eyes roughly in the same place. So I'm just going to expand the video. I'm just going to zoom out to give us a little bit more room to work with. Like that. Now I'll reposition roughly like that. And now when we come back here, we'll play the clip again. You see, now when we play that back, it looks like you're using a second camera. This is how the professionals hide a bad cut. It's really simple and very effective. The other way to hide edits is by using B-roll. But you can also use B-roll to spice up your video, keep your audience engaged. Now, B-roll, it doesn't have to be video. You can add images if you like. The thing is, when working with B-roll in Canva, Canva doesn't allow multiple video tracks. You can't stack the tracks up. Now, hopefully, they will have this at some point. But not to worry, there's a workaround. So we'll just upload some B-roll, upload media, I'll navigate to the file. Click open. When it's uploaded, I'm going to come down to the timeline and I'm going to create a section where I want to add the B-roll to spice up my video, or maybe hide a bad cut in the timeline here. So I'm just going to select, say we want it to come in, say here. I'm just going to split the clip and say we want to add 2 seconds. So I'm just going to move forward 2 seconds. So that's there. Split the clip again. So now we've got this section here. This is where we're going to be adding our B-roll. Now normally with B-roll, you normally use short clips. So to show you how to deal with that, how to trim B-roll, I've picked some footage that's way too long. This one here is 24 seconds long. And let's say you only want to use a couple of seconds from this clip to fit in this short section here. Now you can use any duration you like, but in this example, we'll use 2 seconds to show you how to trim it. So I'm going to select the B-roll to bring it in. Now notice what's happened when I've brought the B-roll in. It's not brought in just 2 seconds of it, it's brought in the entire clip, which is 24 seconds long. It's expanded our 2-second clip to 24 seconds long, and that's not what we want. So we're going to select the B-roll clip, come up here to the scissors, and then remember we want 2 seconds. So I'm just going to drag that to the beginning, and I'm going to drag it back till it's 2 seconds. In fact, I'm just going to go a little bit under 2 seconds, there. And now I can move this along to select any section of the video that I want to use for the B-roll. Let's say we want it there. I'll select done, and there we go. So now when we play this, I'll just scrub the timeline back, press play, into the webinar, or whatever you're doing. What's really important? Now, of course, this clip isn't sized right. You can still see me in the background. Now, before I resize this to fill the full canvas, there's a problem. Well, it's more of a limitation of Canva. And I really don't know why others who do YouTube content on editing video in Canva don't point this out, because it's really annoying. And it's easy to fix. If I resize this clip to take up the full canvas area, watch what happens. I'll just enable the sound on the video so you can hear what's going on. When we play the clip now, it's removed the sound from the clip below, the clip with me talking, which somewhat defeats the point of B-roll. I'll undo that and show you how to fix it. So we're back now. If I play that clip again, into the webinar, or whatever you're doing. So what you've got to do before you resize this clip, select the main clip behind, right click, click detach video from background, come up here to transparency, and then drag that all the way down to 0. Now select the B-roll clip, and now resize it. And now when we play the clip, into the webinar, or whatever you're doing. There we go. It's a workaround, but it gets the job done. And when you're editing, if you want to, you can move clips about on the timeline. You can just select the clip, lift it up, move it to a new section, and let it go. And you can also add sections. If I click this little plus icon here, and then click add a page, it adds a new section. Where if I wanted, I could drag some footage or do anything I want. I'll just undo that. So now we've covered the editing basics. Let's look at a few things that you can do to dress your video up a little. We've got transitions, like this. Now, the thing is with transitions, you can overdo them. Not a good idea to go adding too many, but there are times when they look good, and they're really easy to apply. We've got 2 clips here, and let's say that we want to add a transition between them. All I've got to do is click the little plus icon, select add transition, and now up here, as I mouse over, it gives you a little bit of a preview, a low res preview, but a preview nonetheless. There's a slide, dissolve, none. We could have a circle wipe or a line wipe. I think I'll click slide. And then from here, I can select the duration of the slide, make it longer, make it shorter. I think we'll have it quite quick. I think we'll have it at 0.2. I can select the orientation of the slide. I can make it come up, come down, come in from the left, come in from the right. I think we'll select right. And there we have. We move back now, and now we play that. There we go. We've added a transition. But like I say, don't overdo it with transitions. When you're editing your video, there are going to be times when you're going to want to maybe add some text, maybe a lower third, or maybe some other information, like a web address. Canva makes it really easy to add text and other elements to your video. So if I come over to the text panel, now we could use one of the pre-built text templates that Canva supplies, but I'm going to add my own. What I'm going to do, I want a simple intro. When the video starts to play, I want my name to appear on screen. So I'm going to click add heading. I'll add my name. I'm just going to resize that, and I'll move that down, say there. I'm going to add a subheading. I'm going to put the name of my company. We'll make that smaller and then we'll reposition that underneath, center it roughly there. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to add an animation. So I'll click on my name, click animate, and I think we'll have a pan. I'm going to select Course Builders Academy, select animate, and I think we'll have ascend. And then what I'm going to do to make it stand out, if I come over here to elements, I'm going to add an element behind it so it's highlighted on the background. So I'll just add a square. Colour the square, I think we'll have a nice blue. We'll just position that roughly there. I'll just resize it. And with that highlighted, I'm going to animate the square as well. I think we'll have rise. And now, if we play the video, when the video plays, we've got a nice simple animation. Lastly, let's look at audio. Now, I would have liked to have shown you more, but this lesson's already getting a little on the long side. I think what I'll do another video where I go into a few more things you can do to give your videos a professional look. Anyway, let's look at working with audio. Now, of course, if you wanted to, you could use one of the audio tracks supplied by Canva. But over here, if I come up to the uploads, under audio, you can see I've already uploaded an audio track that I wanted to add to the video to add a little light background music. Now, it doesn't have to be music, you can add any sound effect, in fact, any audio file. And unlike video, you can add multiple audio tracks if you want to. Anyway, to add the track, I'm just going to drag it into the video and I'm going to move it to the beginning. And just like with video, if I want to, if I come here, I could edit it. I could move it to start, say, there, move that back to the beginning. Now, even before this starts to play, I know the volume is going to be far too loud. If you add background music, it should be just that, background. So I'll highlight it. I'm going to come up here to volume. I'm going to bring it all the way down to, say, 15. And let's play that. Let's see what that sounds like. If you use Zoom that's still a little loud. I'm going to select it again. This time I'm going to come down and I'll bring it down to, say, 8. We'll try that. If you use Zoom or you present live, maybe even stream on, that's better. That's how you deal with audio in Canva. Well, there you go. Now we've covered a lot and I hope you've found it useful. But I'll be doing more videos like this, so make sure you subscribe. Oh, and don't forget to download your free guide. I've put a link below. So until next time, bye for now.